Hey, welcome back to the channel. Stupid here, and we're in a weird place when it comes to decks and deck selection. With Lost Origin still about a week and a half away, give or take, from the recording of this video, until Baltimore Regionals. We're still stuck in the Lost Abyss, waiting here for the Lost Origin format to really kick off with the Peoria Regionals at the end of September. But until then, we're going to do a little bit of both, like I've said before. Some current decks, some old decks, and some new lists of super popular decks. Man, this is wild, honestly. Have we been playing Mew VMAX wrong all this time? Especially now with cards like Pokestop and Trekking Shoes. This is honestly insane. I've been playing this list. Michael Premont went, I think, 801 at the London Open with a list super similar to this. I lost to Grant Manley in my birthday tournament with a list similar to this as well, over on Play.Limitless. The single price showdowns are coming back if you've been with me for a long time. Keep an eye out. I'll have links down in the description to my tournament organizer page over on play.limitless.com. Come play in some PTCGO events. We'll be aiming to bring the single prize showdown back into the Thursday night streams over on Twitch. Come hang out with me on Twitch. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Had a birthday stream. It was a lot of fun. Had a tournament. Tons of other games. Come hang out with me. But yeah, let's just dive in. I won't spend too much time since we have covered Mew VMAX in the past before. But the whole point of the deck is really to just use Mew VMAX here with Cross Fusion Strike to copy any of the attacks of your benched Pokemon. So we are playing a 4-3 technically. We'll do it correctly. So we have 4 Mew V, 180 HP on this with Psychic Leap and Energy Mix. You're never going to be able to physically do these unless you're copying them off of a Cross Fusion Strike from the Mew VMAX. This deck is only playing double turbo energy. So yeah, 4-3 Mew VMAX. We're rocking 4 copies of Genesect for its Fusion Strike system ability to draw your hand up until you have as many cards as you do Fusion Strike Pokemon in play. And its main attack here, Techno Blast, 210 damage for 2 metal and a colorless. Again, you're going to just copy this from Cross Fusion Strike. This thing is an absolute powerhouse and an engine of its own. And then the last Pokemon is a single copy of Oricorio to fix some math in our favor with the Lesson and Zeal. In worst case scenario, you can also Glistening Droplets to put 5 damage counters on an opposing Pokemon. But this does not play Oricorio, Elisa Sparkle, or Fusion Strike Energy. So let's just dive right in. This plays some normal supporters, like 2 copies of Marnie for some hand reset and disruption, 2 copies of Boss's Orders for some gusting. We've got a copy of Avery to draw 3, and discard cards from our opponent's bench. This hasn't come up too much. I've seen this get cut in a lot of lists. And last but not least, we have one copy of Silene. This is really our way to get double turbo back into the deck if they get milled via Pokestop. And yeah, Pokestop, we're playing 4 copies. Once during your turn, you can discard the top 3 cards of your deck. Any item cards you discard this way will go into your hand. Everything else is discarded. Self-explanatory. We're going to use this to find all of our item cards that get this deck cooking. And it's the first time I've ever played 4 stadiums in Mew, so you actually shouldn't even really be afraid of Path of the Peak at this point in time. Kind of insane. Alright, continuing on, we've got 4 copies of Battle BIP Pass for your first turn of the game. You can only use it then, even if you go second, so it doesn't matter. You just search your deck for 2 basic Pokemon, put them on your bench. So there's your Genesect, your Mew, your Oricorio, and yeah, just proceed to go nuts from there. Also, we've got 4 copies of Ultra Ball to find the VMAX and to slim down our hand to draw more cards with Fusion Strike system. And of course, we've got 4 copies of Quick Ball to find the basics, and of course, discard cards. We've got 3 copies of Trekking Shoes. Look at the top card of your deck. Either put it in your hand or discard it. This helps us just burn through everything faster and helps us find things like Quick Ball and Ultra Ball to be able to discard cards and continue to draw more cards. We've got 3 copies of Cram-O-Matic. The original list was calling for 4. I think 4 is just too much because sometimes it can be a dead card since we play a little bit more on the supporter side and we have tons of discard options. It's not always necessarily dead. There are a lot of items in here, but I just feel like it's a super greedy card, and I don't like to get punished too much. So just 3 copies is basically enough. Yeah, if you discard an item card with it, flip a coin if head, switch your deck for any cards you want. So basically just a tutor for anything you need. We've got 4 copies of Power Tablet to increase our Fusion Strike damage output by 30 for each one played. So Cross Fusion Strike, copying Technoblast would do 210. Technically, we're only using double turbo, so it's 190. One Power Tablet puts it to 220, which is Knockout Range and Arceus V and Palkia V. Multiple tablets increases their damage output up. We are playing 4 copies of Cross Switcher. This is a card that was in the deck at the very beginning when it first came out back in November of last year with Fusion Strike, and then it found out with its way out super fast, and yeah, we're back to using it. This card is absolutely insane. It's basically just like a switch and a gust that helps you reset your Mew so you can retreat into a Genesect, and then Cross Switcher, target down whatever you need to and take aggressive KOs. And to continue aggressiveness, we've got 2 copies of Choice Belt to increase our damage output. On top of Power Tablet, you can hit pretty much any number you need to, depending on how you play everything out. We're rocking 2 copies of Switch. If you want to play the 4th Cramomatic, I would say cut one of the switches here, because we definitely have free retreat on the Mew, and of course the Cross Switchers will also pivot us as needed. But I just like to play a little bit conservatively sometimes. We've got 2 copies of Rotom Phone that stack the top 5, and look at one of them, and then put it on top after shuffling the rest back in. So being able to stack whatever you need into your hand to be able to, say, oh crap, I need a boss, Rotom Phone it to the top, and then draw a card with Cross Fusion system, and then just have boss. Or you need that second Cross Switcher or a tablet or a belt. This will help you get there. You could play 3 if you really wanted to in place of the other Switch as well. We've got 1 copy of Palpad to be able to put our supporters back in. Again, Palpad's super integral here, just in case Pokestop discards your Silene or your double turbo energy. This will let you get that Silene back into the deck and then hopefully reuse and recycle your energy cards. Last but not least, we have 1 copy of Echoing Horn. Since we're playing Cross Switcher and Boss, we're super aggressive here. If you can't necessarily get through another 280 or 300 HP plus Pokemon, you can just Echoing Horn whatever you need from their discard pile onto their bench and then take a KO. It combos really well with Avery, force him to discard, open up space, and then just Echoing Horn. And then in other matchups, this is really good too. And last but not least, 4 copies of double turbo energy to fulfill the attack cost of Cross Fusion Strike, which you can copy Max Miracle if there's another Mew VMAX on the bench. But honestly, this deck is insane. Mew has always been really good. It's been one of my favorite decks to play when I don't know what I want to play for an event or a tournament or anything of the sort. And just being able to play it a little bit different of a way kind of makes it feel like it's a whole new deck all over again. And this is honestly this is gas. Fusion Strike system is such a good card. And, of course, we've been playing Mayaletta and Fusion Strike Energy, which is also really good to be able to turn off quick shooting and such. But we're just in a weird place, like I've said before, with the current meta. But yeah, this is a really fun way to play Mew. I hope you try it out. Let me know what you think down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Keep an eye out for maybe a booster box opening of Lost Origin in the next couple of days as things happen. And yeah, take it easy.